Every day that we do nothing about this epidemic of assaults and assault weapons, high-capacity magazines in our streets, is an insult. As president, I promise you, I will get these weapons of war off the street again.
That's Joe Biden back in February giving his take on assault weapons as details on his gun policy come to light. The Biden administration is expected to pursue a mandatory registration under the National Firearms Act, $200 tax for each assault rifle, and an extra $200 tax for each high-capacity magazine. Let's bring in Mark Oliva, Director of Public Affairs for the National Shooting Sports Foundation. Mark, good to see you. You add these numbers up. You're a gun owner, and you got a few guns, and you got high-capacity magazines. You add these up, and you could be talking about in the thousands.
Good morning, Trace. I appreciate you having us. And you're right. We look at there are nearly or about 20 million modern sporting rifles, or what Joe Biden would call an assault rifle, in circulation today. So if we're looking at that at a $200 tax stamp plus the 150 million plus magazines that go along with those firearms, we're looking at possibly over $34 billion that are going to be levied on gun owners for a policy that we know doesn't work.
And yet, gun sales are through the roof. I want to put these numbers on the screen for you if I can, Mark. It shows this is through October of this year, right? 16.5 million guns sold. That's 1.6 million more than 2016. That's a 33% increase, as you see there, from 2019. First-time buyers, 7 million weapons. What do you make of these numbers, Mark?
What it tells you is that the American public is voting with their wallets. They know where they want to be when it comes to taking access to their rights. And they're choosing that they want to make sure that they have the ability to protect themselves and their loved ones. They are going out in record numbers, breaking all previous records with still 2 months left in the year to go, which are typically our strongest months for firearm sales. This tells us the American public is going to choose safety for themselves and choose to exercise their rights.
We see that gun numbers are going up as far as sales go. And who's buying them, you ask? Well, the Heritage Foundation wrote this, quoting here, "You always have your sort of usual suspects, your middle-aged, what people consider like the stereotypical gun owner, but you're also seeing very large increases in percentages that are either minorities or women. Minorities and women buying a lot more guns." And to that you say what, Mark?
This is something we should celebrate. Every American who is a law-abiding citizen has the right to exercise their Second Amendment rights, and we should celebrate that as we'd celebrate anybody else exercising their rights. 40% of today's new gun buyers are women. The largest demographic increase of any group is among African Americans at 58% over 2019 figures. And this is something that we should celebrate, that today's gun owner is looking a little bit less like me and more like the rest of America.
Although some believe that Biden's policies will save lives. The following here says, quoting here, "We can count on Biden and Harris to address gun violence and save lives via executive action, and we look forward to standing behind them every step of the way." That is the spokesperson for Everytown for Gun Safety. Your thoughts?
When we look specifically at this policy of him wanting to register all modern sporting rifles under the 1937 National Firearms Act, 1934 National Firearms Act, forgive me, we look at that. The CDC actually studied the assault weapons ban in 1994, and that they found in that study that there was no appreciable impact on the reduction of crime. What we're talking about is a crime problem. Law-abiding citizens who are gun owners, are overwhelmingly abiding by the law, and they are not the issue. We have a problem with crime in America, not with law-abiding gun owners.
We have talked much of this show about the fact that crime is going up in all the major cities across the country. I want to put a quote from you lastly here, Mark. You say, quoting here, "President Donald Trump vowed to safeguard this right, and former Vice President Joe Biden and his running mate, Senator Kamala Harris, have both embraced outright confiscation of lawfully owned firearms as the headliner of the most far-reaching gun control agenda to be presented to the American voter." It seems like a fairly strong statement. Do you still stand by that, Mark?
We do stand by that. We have to understand, at the beginning of this presidential campaign, back in July of 2019, Joe Biden stood on the debate stage with all the other Democratic candidates and said, the firearm industry is the enemy. Now, he was talking about me, Trace. I'm a 25-year Marine Corps veteran. I've served my nation as an oath of service to uphold and defend the Constitution. And he's calling me and my industry, which provides the law enforcement and the military their firearms and provides the means for citizens to exercise their Second Amendment rights. He called us the enemy. And all the policies that he's laid out are demonstrating that he is doing everything that he will to destroy this industry.
Well, we are proud of your military service. Mark, Oliva, it's good to see you, sir. Thank you.
It's still good to see you, too. Thanks, Trace.